Hey guys, we are back with some more Halifax Tugboats franchise mode. And last time we cut it a bit short because I was running out of time. So we are back though, and we're going to check out the team stats here. This really impressed me when I checked it. 3.3 goals against, or goals for per game. We are first in our division. I would imagine we're first in the league as well, or at least close. Yeah, second. I mean, Colorado, Jesus Christ. But take a look at our goals against per game, 1.97. We are incredibly, we are much better defensively this year with Jerry Frank on our team. And you know what? He's probably helping out that goals for per game as well. Because, I mean, and in power play, improved drastically as well, 22.5. Last year it was like, what, 18, 17%? And then our penalty kill is the best change of all. 87.4. Last year, I think it was like 81 or somewhere around there, at like average at best, right? Now we're one of the best teams in the NHL, period. Like, not just offensively, not just defensively. We are one of the best teams in the NHL right now. Well, obviously, Colorado, goal scoring wise, has a huge advantage. But we have the edge defensively out of every single team in the league right now. The only team below 2. That is incredible. I mean, I haven't seen that in a long time. And we'll check out the player stats once again, just to show you guys what Jerry Frank has done for this team. 7 goals, 22 assists, 29 points. I know Klingberg would have done that, but the point is, you don't pass up on a top 2 defenseman, a defensive defenseman, with a 95 for offensive awareness. You do not pass that up. And now, another thing I noticed, he was drafted in that that magical 2020 draft, 12th overall. So imagine if we had taken him instead of someone like Henry Rowe at 10th overall. Like, man, it's crazy to think about, but yeah, we have so many players from that draft on our team actually right now. Hensick, Meyer, Rowe, Connolly, and then McBain as well, and Frank. So that was just a fantastic draft, obviously. But enough of the stats. Let's get right into the simulation now. And yeah, hopefully we can keep our run going because, man, we're seemingly unstoppable right now with the team we have. We are just incredible currently. So just, you know what? Keep it going, boys. All right, so game against Dallas, Toronto. We have a lot of back-to-backs this month. I'm counting like 4. Yeah, Toronto and Dallas, and then Chicago and Dallas, Detroit and New York, and Washington and New Jersey. Whole bunch of back-to-backs here. All right, so we are currently 2-2 on the month. There you go, 3-2. Come on, get above 500 with this game here against Buffalo. I appreciate that. 500 for the month, to be clear. I know we're well above 500 right now. Let's go to the U.S. for 6 weeks, and that is going to be a 62 win. Very nice. So we are now at 30 wins, 31. Several months, or well, not several months. I would say about 6 weeks before not even the trade deadline, before the All-Star break. So we are looking solid so far. Remember that season that we had 61 wins? We are at 40 on the trade deadline, or not on the trade deadline. What am I talking about? Man, I cannot get my terms right. The All-Star break. We are at 40 wins by the All-Star break. So we are looking very close to that right now. We are at 34, 11, and 2. If we can be at 40 by the All-Star break once again, this team is officially we are back in business. Oh, not right there. Our defense was not shown in that game against Vancouver. Come on, boys. Back into form now. Oh yeah, it's the end of the month. Oh, did the All-Star break already passed? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what I was talking about then. Yeah, we might have been at 40 before the trade deadline then. Yeah, I remember now. We were at 40 before the trade deadline. Yeah, so I'm just a mess right now. So, but regardless, we are first in our division. with 70 points. Let's check out the individual player stats. I believe we're at 49. Yeah, 49 games played. Connolly leading our team with 44 points. I mean, no matter what line this guy's on, he always gets it done. He's incredible. Hagelin with 44 as well. So he was a nice pickup. Frank with 41 points. I'm telling you guys, this guy is much more valuable than Klingberg just because he brings the offense and defensive point of the game as well. Because keep in mind, Klingberg wasn't at all physical. This guy can bring, physical game, defensive game, and an offensive game. This guy's a complete player right here in Jerry Frank, and he's a good player, a good complete player too. You don't find that too often in a defensive defenseman. Jamie Benn with 40 points as well. He's still killing it. Braden Point with 39. Hensick with 37. Pouliot with 33. Kozlov with 29 points. Bjorkstrand 26. Hudon 23. Sissons 17. Rowe only 16 points. So that might be something to take in consideration for next year if we start, or even for this year if we start losing before the trade deadline. But I doubt that. We're on a pretty good run right now. Meyer, I would love for him to be scoring a little bit more since he's on the second line, but you know what? Again, what can I say? We're winning games. I don't really care who's producing as long as someone's doing it, you know? And right now, that is our new acquisitions in Frank, in Hagelin, and in Ben, right? So we have so many. I feel like that was a really good offseason for us. Even though that one trade for Frank looked, I know, boys, I knew people would not like that trade, but that was the only trade that would have made sense for me or for this team if we wanted to stay competitive. Because, as I said, I wasn't trading Klingberg for a draft pick, and we needed to unload Klingberg because he was not happy whatsoever here in Halifax. And he only had 1 year left on his contract as of this year. So if he didn't get, back up to where he was, then there was no way he was going to resign, and I'm not giving up that kind of value. And you never know with this game, right? He might have dropped down. If we kept John Klingberg, he might have dropped down to like a top 4 role defenseman or even top 6, right? Because he dropped down to an 83, and there's no way I'm risking that much value going to waste. So, yeah, so that's my justification for that trade. I knew that people wouldn't like it, but I think, it worked out pretty okay for us. We're 36, 15, and 3 currently, so we're definitely in a playoff spot. If we could be at 40 wins before the trade deadline, that'd be amazing. We've kind of been dropping the ball a little bit recently on the scoring, so if we could pick that up, that would be great. There's our bye week right there. 4-0. Come on, boys. Don't make me regret those words that I don't want to make a trade. Come on now. Versus Boston. They're pretty terrible. Come on now. Amateur scout. Yeah, we'll just send you back out to Canada for 6 weeks. Come on now. There you go. 3-2. That's more like it. Come on now. More games like that. There you go. 4-3. Okay. Tampa Bay. They are 30, 24, and 5. And we are going to get a shootout loss there. So, all right. We got a point. I would love to be at 40 wins by the trade deadline. We have 2 opportunities to do that. Well, actually, we have to win both of these games if we want to be at 40. So come on now. Versus LA. That is going to be a 4-2 win. Okay, all right. I like it. We're not gonna sim to the trade deadline now. We're gonna just sim past this game though by going into it. First period. All right. I'll take that. Brendan Weber. Second period. Come on, Halifax. Third period. Yeah, boys. Connolly and Sissons. Okay. Overtime. Shootout. Yeah, 40 wins, boys. All right. So that's a bit reassuring right there that we were able to get to 40 wins by the trade deadline. I know for a fact this is an elite team. We just needed a kick in the butt there. So let's check out the stats once again. We are flying through this season. Let's see. Connolly. Oh my God. Okay, so third liner. This guy is a third liner, and he is leading our team in scoring. If that says anything about this team, man, 20 goals, 35 assists for 55 points. Ben with 19 and 30 for 49. Frank with 49. Hagelin with 48. Point with 48. I mean, there's just so much scoring going on in this team. Hansick with 41. Pouliot with 38. All these guys down here. I mean, Rowe, yeah, he's picked it up a little bit. He had 4 points that month, but, man, I really wish he would produce a little bit more. If you take a look at his full career stats, he had 46 points last year, and then 42 and 59. Well, that was the AHL, but you know what I mean? The past 2 years, he's been, 40 plus, 45 at least. This year he's on pace for 25. So, but you know what? As I said, as long as we're winning, I don't really care who's scoring. Let's check out plus minus. Yeah, lowest plus minus is +1 for Kozlov. So that third line isn't doing too hot, but whatever. Well, actually, it is doing all right because, Connolly. But I'm surprised that Rowe isn't scoring because usually when one person on a line is scoring, the rest of the line is at least half decent, But Rowe, man, he's dropping the ball a little bit. Because Connolly has 55 points. Kozlov is 32. So that's around where I would expect Rowe to be at with the rate that Connolly is producing. But, man, I guess the defensemen are taking a lot of the points this year. Yeah, I guess so. Because with, Frank and Pouliot got a lot of assists. Holy crap, Weber with 10 goals. Yeah, he's going to be a stud for sure. Goaltending-wise, let's see. All right, so Stolarz dropped back down a little bit, but Jesus Christ. Korpisalo is doing just as well as he had before. 5 shutouts, .928 save percentage. Very nice. So, I don't think I want to make any trades. Check out team stats once again. Yeah. 3.15. A goals against of 2.27. So not as good as before. But power play is at 26.6. Penalty kills at 83. So penalty kill dropped down a little bit. But that's all right. We're still, pretty good. So, I mean, you guys have to admit, though, this team is looking a lot more solid than the last year's team because, as I said, Frank is much more valuable of a player than Klingberg and Fowler combined because he brings the physical part, he brings the offensive part, he brings the defensive part. Klingberg, great offensively, okay defensively, but physically nowhere to be found. Fowler, he was a great all-around, but he's not at the caliber of Jerry Frank. So, you have to admit. And let's just go the rest of the season here. I don't really feel the need to make any trades. So, we're just going to go with it and hope for the best. Come on now, boys. Let's go past Toronto. We're going to feel confident going into the playoffs. And, oh, man. That's not what I'm talking about, confident, boys. That's a 6-1 loss. Come on now. Is the 60-win season still possible? Yes, but unlikely. So, come on now. Yeah. The 60-win season is now very unlikely. We have to win every game from now on. All right. Good bounce back. Come on now. Against Boston, they are pretty terrible. Let's see. Yeah, 5-2 win. Very nice. Back-to-back against New York. Yep, there goes the 60-win season. But it'd be nice to get 55. 55 wins would be very nice to see for this team. That would be a big confidence booster going into the playoffs. Winnipeg, 4-3 shootout loss. 4-1 win against the Penguins, though. That's good. 4-3 win against the Canadiens. Let's see. The Sens, 3-1 win. Very nice, boys. We're 1 away from 50. Will this be it right here against the Islanders? Will this be it? That will not be it. Florida. Can this be 50 right here? I want to get to 55. There you go. There's 50. And as I said, 55 would be very nice as an end season total wins. We can get to a maximum of 56 now. Will this be a win? No. Okay, 55. Come on now. Come on now. Hurry up. Yeah, that's what I figured. Scout. Yeah, we'll just send it out to the queue. And what's this going to be? A 2-1 win. Very nice. We can still get up to 55 wins Come on now. 54. 54 would make me happy, Halifax. 54 would make me happy. Come on, boys. There you go. Well, last game of the season against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And that is going to be a 6-0 win going into the playoffs. Very nice confidence booster right there, I have to say. And, yeah, we won our conference. Did we win the Presidents? Honestly, I hope not. Just because, you know, what happens to teams in this game. Ooh, we barely just won the President's Trophy. So, boys, there's a lot of pressure on us this year. May as well check out the team stats while we're here. 3.07 for goals for, 2.29 goals against, so that didn't fall off too much. Power play, 23.8, and the penalty kill, 85.1. We are top of the division. Very nice. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about this team. Not as good as I'd like, but feeling pretty good about this team going into the playoffs. Hagelin with 70 points. Connolly with 64. He got back to his old form, the way he was 3 years ago when he got a season or career high of 68 points. But now he didn't score as many goals as he did that year, but he got a few more assists. So I'm happy. I'm happy for Jay Connolly, especially on the third line, man. He must have really enjoyed that power play time. Let's see how many power play goals he has. Yeah, 7. All right, so yeah, he really enjoys that power play time, I would imagine. Jamie Benn with 64. He dropped off a little bit, but hopefully not too much before the playoffs. Frank, 63 points. That is more than Klingberg would have gotten at an 83 overall. You have to admit, boys, that was a great acquisition for Jerry Frank. And you know what? We played better defensively this year. We had a better record this year than we ever had. Well, not ever had, but than we had with Fowler or Klingberg on the or Klingberg on this team. So, you know what? I am satisfied. Point with 62 points. Bjorkstrand with 52. He picked it up a little bit. Hansik with 50. Pouliot with 48. Kozlov 39. So he had another decent season. Is that a career high for him? Yes, it is. Career high 39 points for Pavel Kozlov. Hudon with 30. Rowe only 27. So if something goes wrong in the playoffs, he's certainly a movable name. Meyer with 24. Yeah, so, and actually, yeah, Weber with 15 goals. Look at that, boys. He is a goal-scoring defenseman for sure. Goaltenders, let's see. Korpisalo, yeah, he did his job. 0.929. Whatever happens in the playoffs, boys, you cannot blame Korpisalo at all. I mean, he's just been solid every single year that he's been the starting goaltender. I mean, besides this one and maybe this one right here. And he wasn't the starter this year. So, but other than that, I mean, he is such a solid goaltender, especially in the playoffs. I mean, obviously, besides the year we got swept, he has been very solid. The team in front of him just can never show up in the playoffs. Hopefully, it does this year. We are looking very good. And that's about it, I think. Actually, before I forget, league settings, and you guys know what we have to do. Injuries on, auto-rotate goalies off. There you go. There you go. Okay. So let's make sure that Korpisalo is in net for the playoffs. Edit lines. Yeah, he's there. He's there. It's a 94 for goaltending. So, yeah. Let's see who we have in the playoffs. Auto goals evaluated. We boosted our team chemistry for sure. We didn't sell out 25 games, unfortunately, on home ice, so that's a bit disappointing, but whatever. So, ooh, the New Jersey Devils. We are facing them in the first round. This will be interesting. This will be very, very interesting. We know what their defensive core is about, obviously, with Milan Prospal, Cam Fowler, John Klingberg. This will be what decides that trade, boys. This will be what decides that trade. Our record says that we won that trade, but all that matters is whoever wins this playoff series, man. That will decide who won that trade. So, man, yeah. We got Calgary versus Winnipeg. Vancouver versus Edmonton. Colorado versus Minnesota, St. Louis versus Chicago, Montreal versus New York, Tampa Bay versus Toronto, Carolina versus Pittsburgh, and your Halifax Tugboats versus the New Jersey Devils. Here we go, boys. See y'all in the next one.